So remember a few weeks ago when we learned the Knights of Hanoi's plan was to put people into a coma until they just found Playmaker by that method, and I said I thought this was lame and the Knights of Hanoi should be smarter than this, and a lot of people disagreed with me in the comments section, and they actually did come up with a lot of interesting ideas that I hadn't thought of, but honestly, I still wanted more from these bad guys. And then this episode came, and we got more. This was good. I really liked this. I loved both major things that went on here. I love how there's this very natural sense that when Yusaku and Aoi are both the focus of an episode, the story progresses at a very good pace. Like, Go had his duel last time, and it was it was an awesome time. I really liked it. But I like the fact that we were able to get plot progression in here, and I like the fact that it made sense. It fell into Aoi's arc and it fell into Yusaku's arc, and it connects the two, and it really just makes sense that they would be on this similar path that is leading in a similar direction. But first up, Aoi's duel. We'll save the other thing for the second part. But Aoi's duel was great. I love the use of visuals. I love the cards that were used. I love the strategy. I just love the fact that Aoi plays trick stars in a way that feels like how trick stars are meant to be played. It's not like usual decks. It's not like Yusaku, where it's just random cybers. No, every card here kind of feels like it makes sense. It especially made me laugh when she used the trick star who just came out, who everyone's kind of meh on and isn't really making a difference. I don't know why, I just kind of like that. But I enjoyed the duel because you got a sense that this was for Aoi. She needed to do this. This is someone who has gone through life without a strong sense of power, and based on what we can infer from the way she is animated, to the way her body language is done, to the way she's acted, to the way other people have talked to her, this is not someone who exhumes power or strength in her day-to-day life. She's just kind of this kid who kind of just goes along with the wind, and becoming Blue Angel sort of allowed her to be that strong, independent, excitable person. There's a very logical reason and a lot of intelligence put into the design of Blue Angel. The blue hair to match Akira, this is going to sound weird, but even giving her like the very sexualized, very pretty girl design compared to Aoi, who is cute but is very much girl next door. That all is to show off a sense that this is her getting to be who she wishes she could be. And all that was ruined because of Hanoi. All that was taken away from her. All her strength, the security it gave her, was taken away by going into a coma and becoming another. And this duel was very uplifting because you saw her get that power back. And I really enjoyed watching that. I loved when she got flung through the walls and like it showed that it hurt her, but she got back up. Such a quick little thing, but such a great metaphor for what's going on here. I just like the back and forth. I like the fact that this lady played a stun deck. Like, that's what she did. She played a deck that was a symbol of what happened to Aoi. She played a deck that was to get rid of Aoi's power. It was to weaken her and then slowly take her down to disrupt her big time. But Aoi fought back and went against it, and it really was just fun and great. And it was great to see how it affects Akira and the coworker lady. I thought this character would be pointless. She probably will be pointless ultimately. And also, I don't do this much, but I do ship Akira with Emma. I don't know why. But I really it's just such a great little scene where she's like, you gotta trust her. It shows growth for Akira that he can't, as much as he wants to protect Aoi, he can't control her. He can't keep the reins on her forever. He's going to have to let go, and what better time to let go than when your sister just saves like 50 people, which is also awesome. It wasn't just Aoi getting stronger, but it had significance. It had significance to the overall thing in that she saved all those people. She did that. Okay, Yusaku would probably just done it later, but that is something for that character, and that is something to make her feel strong. And that last scene when she smiles like that, is it the first time? I think it's the first time Aoi has like legitimately smiled, and it's such a cute way to end the episode. Maybe you could have put an end of the episode stinger, or maybe you could have stopped it with the scene in the hospital. Who cares? I thought it was it's just uplifting, and I just liked it, and I just liked how unironically positive it is, and how showing that, no, you can stand up for what's right, you can live to an ideal, tells that science lady that, no, we don't need to do bad things to get what we want, and so she frees everybody. It also relieves some of the tension, so we can make wherever this story is going go on as long as we need to, without having that thought of, oh yeah, their bodies are rotting. And then we get the other exciting part, what I really wanted and what I really enjoyed. As amazing as the Aoi stuff was, oh god, I love that hospital scene. Oh, it was excellent. First up, I haven't checked to see if the lady is really in that scene. She probably is. I don't really care. I love what the hospital being there means. For starters, unlike the we're attacking random people, this shows intelligence. This shows planning, studying, and it's scary. Hospitals are places we associate with healing, security, protection, a place of safety, a place we can get better at, and that's been taken away. We don't know to what extent Hanoi has been messing with this hospital, and we don't need it told to us, and I love that they don't tell it to us. I love that they relish in the fact that Yusaku and Kusanagi just found all this out 10 seconds ago, and now have to do something before things get worse. Like, I love when Yusaku talks to the robot, and you're just sitting there like, is the robot going straight back to a Revolver? Is it going to Hanoi? What's Hanoi doing in this hospital? Are they just examining the others? Did they experiment on people? Are there people who have reached their end or have been made worse in the city because the Knights of Hanoi messed with them like that? I love everything it implies. Again, this is what I want. I want my villains to be threatening. I want them to be intelligent, and I want them to have character to them. By making it that they have planned this out and have been using this hospital for their own nefarious goals, it really does set up a scary situation, and the show doesn't shy away from this. It wants you to be creeped out. That is a creepy bit with the robot, and then going through the hospital, and then finding the lady, like, it's just what I want, and I think it's what will make a lot of people happy. It's just such a good set of scenes. It's such a good episode. It's such a good growth for Aoi as a character. Such a good setup for the Knights of Hanoi, and it was fun seeing Yusaku bring out his inner Mission Impossible. But all in all, a great time. Tell me what you think in the comments section below. I gotta imagine this was mostly positive. And as for the TCG question of the week, and now we get to negative. Oh god, this was just announced like, what, an hour or two ago? Legendary Collection Kaiba. Just why? Look, I get it. They did Yugi's World, Joey's World, and Legendary Collection is supposed to tie Yu-Gi-Oh back to its roots, but please tell me I'm not the only one just sick of Kaiba. Like, enough. I don't care anymore. And I hate seeing these characters everywhere. I know I've said that several times before, so that's not the TCG question of the week. The TCG question of the week is if you could pick any character in the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise to get a legendary collection, even if it makes no sense at all, and you just want that collector's box with the character's face on it, tell me that in the comment section below. And as always, click to like, click to subscribe, and let's see who this weird hero guy who uses Cybers is. This is weird.